men a lot of the times be trying to sound sexy, but they don't know that instead they're like cringy. For example, I was supposed to link up with this guy. He's actually a friend of mine, and he's got an apartment in downtown Dallas. So it has a really nice view and all that good stuff. So I can't remember what question I asked him, but he answered with, "Oh, do you really think that I'm going to bring you over here just to look at the nice view?" Yes, that was the arrangement. I didn't know you had any hidden agendas or anything.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
I didn't know we was playing games over here. He said, "Come see the new apartment," and I'm coming to see the new apartment. I see with my eyes, don't I? You want to tell me, am I bringing you here just to look? What else are we supposed to do? Men, I feel like men.
Okay, guys, this is why it's important for you to not engage with a woman through the friend zone. Okay? If you're going to make your move, make it from the start and make it be known that you have intentions of being with her. Don't beat around the bush, try to be her friend, insinuate, hey, maybe come over and see the view. No. Just be a man. Just tell her from the start that I like you and I want to get to know you and move accordingly. Okay? We're not trying to sound sexy. We're trying to have sex. Okay? And lady, you should have the understanding that he was trying to make a move on you before you got there. You can't act blind to male nature. I'm pretty sure you've been around men before. You have that look. I'm sorry to say, but you do have that look. So why are you playing stupid? Okay? Fellas, as you can see, they don't mind wasting your time. So get to the point. Okay? You got to weed them out before you end up looking stupid. Okay? Let's take a look at the comments. Their lack of self-control is really nauseating. Yes, lack of self-control because we're trying to be with you, right? So we should just stay in the friend zone and be your friend, even though we like you. Yeah, sounds stupid to me. Heavy on the hidden agenda. Yeah, it was a hidden agenda, but that's why I say don't be friends with girls, especially if you know you want to be with them. Been there, done this. Irritating. Super biggest ick. I just don't believe most of these women in the comments section. I think they know that we all have the intention of wanting to sleep with them, but they benefit from being in a friend relationship. They benefit when we're in the friend zone because they can have your protection, they can get their attention from you. You might even pay for their dates if you guys go on friendly dates. You know what I'm saying? It's more advantageous for them to keep you in the friend zone than actually be with you. So that's why I think they know what they're doing and they're just playing naive. Like, oh, I didn't know he wanted it. You know, because you know male nature. On to the next.
Ladies, this is your daily reminder that even if you think that you're safe with your boyfriend, he's probably talking shit behind your back to his buddies. Eric and I were just in line getting coffee, and there were 3 guys having a conversation talking about one of their other friends and his girlfriend, and how that friend thinks that she adds nothing to the relationship, she has no value, but he works too much, and he's not going to go out and find someone else, so he'll just stick around with her for maybe 5 or 6 years until he finds someone better. They know exactly what they're doing because his proximity to her, he thinks she adds no value, but there's a reason he wants to have her as a girlfriend still. He probably has sex easier, he probably gets some domestic labor easier, but to them, that adds no value. And if that's the case, if she's not valuable, then why are you with her? See how the logic doesn't make sense? And oftentimes, men will speak about their partners this way to their other male friends so that they can get validation from those men, because in actuality, they'd probably rather be with those men than with these women. You have to remember how much you actually contribute to a relationship and have to figure out whether or not he is worth it, because he'll stay with you regardless of if he likes you or not. Ladies, this is your daily reminder that
Okay, so we have a young girl here. She's in her car with her boyfriend. They just came from a store, and they overheard a conversation with two guys that were talking about their girlfriends in a bad way. Okay, the way that she was describing the story, it just doesn't seem like what two men would be doing at a store. You know, we might talk about our girlfriends, but we're not going to be talking about our girlfriends in a way that it makes us look bad. Because if I'm talking to my friend about how my girlfriend's unruly, how she doesn't listen to me, how she doesn't clean up, blah, 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 does that make me look good? Does that make me look like a good leader? It just doesn't seem likely. It almost seems like projection, something that women tend to do when they're in a relationship with their boyfriend. They talk about what's going on in the relationship with their girlfriends constantly. You know, this is what women do. They do it online, they do it over the phone. This is what they do. Okay. But she's trying to place it on us as if we are the people that do this regularly. And it's just not the case, you know. Says that men will stick with women for 5 to 6 years and then look for something better. Well, that also seems like a projection too, because women are always on the prowl for the grass is greener on the other side, a hypergamous state. You know, if my girl's attractive and she does right by me, why would I leave her? We might cheat because, you know, men cheat from time to time, but we still love you, so we won't leave you. You know, if it's a good thing and she's a great lady, we're not leaving you. Okay. And then she also sprinkled a little bit of homophobia at the end, saying that we need male validation, so that's why we talk that way, and we must be gay because we need validation. Just ignore that part. She's obviously just trying to shame men. It's very easy to call a man gay if he's slightly not doing something that's not masculine. So just ignore them, right? All right, so let's take a look at the comment section. I had some work done on my house. My bedroom window was right above the make workers. They spent the entire day bashing their wives as they worked. What? I don't know, man. The entire day you were sitting there hearing their story, and the entire time they were just bashing their wives. I don't believe that. I'm sorry. They stay in relationships where they're not happy because of the free emotional labor he's receiving. Okay, so I'm not happy in a relationship, but I'm staying for free emotional labor? Doesn't make sense, because if I'm not happy, that means she's not providing good free emotional labor. So I don't understand your statement there. They also will tell this to their dream girl. I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry. Having a woman for them is liking having a car. They have a plan to replace the car too. See, I don't think they realize how hard it is for men to get women. It's not easy. We have to put in a lot of work, and it's just very difficult. So we stay in relationships because we know how hard the wilderness is. Okay. The men that get to change women like cars, they're the high value men. They're the men that get all the girls, that have all the options. So on to the next.
Girl posted an amazing video where she was basically like, Why have gender role responsibilities for women increased in modern times while they've literally seemed to stay the same or decreased for men?
Stop the cap.
She's so freaking right. She said that her grandpa like literally built a house with his bare hands, okay, for his family, but that her boyfriend like struggled to build IKEA furniture or like mount a picture frame or something. But at the same time, women are now expected to still take care of the home, still be a great mom, be the primary domestic labor, be the primary caregiver, birth the damn baby, somehow still stay hot, still stay looking good, work a full-time job, while most men are just like regressing. Honestly, if you can't find a guy who can actually add tangible value into your life, I always say it's better to stay single, girls. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Please only enter a relationship that actually benefits you instead of draining your freaking soul out. And I know there are not a lot of men out there who are actually good prospects, so you have to be okay with being alone. Don't settle. If you make your happiness a priority, will eventually attract the same. And a man who truly values your happiness is the only kind of guy you should get with. Okay, this girl posted an amazing video.
Okay, so we have a video from this lady here claiming that gendered responsibilities for women have increased while men have regressed. Okay, she outlined a couple things like that women have to find work, they gotta take care of the home. She mentioned we've gotta birth the damn baby, still stay hot, right? These things that she mentioned, that's not more of a load than your mother or your grandmother had to do. Actually, it's the same, but I would have to say that it's less because today's world is more automated and there's more assistance for women in the home, like dishwashers, vacuums, other inventions that made domestic work more easy for women to do. So I don't see her point. If anything, it just seems like she's just complaining about basics, because basics are you have to find work, you should take care of your home, like cleaning and other things like that. Birthing the damn baby, the way you describe it is if it's not a joy to have a baby. So how is it that you're better than your grandma or your mom when you don't even want to have kids? You see them as burdens. How is that a progression? How are you better, right? Still stay hot. That's a you thing. Everybody should try to look the best they should be, you know? It coincides with your health and it just makes you feel better. That staying hot part, come on now. You should want to do that for yourself, you know? Said that men don't even build homes like their granddads. As I mentioned earlier, everything is automated now. So comparing what we don't do to what your parents did in the past, we can go tick for tack. And it's just not productive. We live in totally different worlds and it doesn't make sense to compare, right? It's just pretty much shaming men and trying to make women look better. But that's not the case. We're both different and our experiences with our parents and their grandparents are going to be totally different, right? So she also mentioned she wanted to advise women to be alone, right? If your happiness is not prioritized, you see what I mean about this happiness thing? Bleeding, and it's based on her being happy. It doesn't matter how the man feels or nothing like that. If she is prioritized with the happiness, then that's the relationship they want. She doesn't mention anything about duty or what they need to bring to make the successful relationship stir. It's more about what he's doing for her only. Okay, guys, be aware of women like this. It's a one-way street for them. They're pretty much just takers. Okay, let's take a look at the comment section. Unfortunately, men are regressing. My dad was a homeless drunk veteran and still was more capable than majority of the men I dated and married. I don't understand fully why I would attract lazy, abusive men when my dad wasn't lazy nor really abusive. Couple times the bottle was talking for him, but never violent at all, even for being a drunk. But my ex is sober and extremely unhinged. Okay, so what can we gather from this comment here? She's basically saying that her homeless drunk veteran dad was more capable of the majority of men today. Okay, so homeless drunk veteran. Okay, so he's a veteran, so he's been through war times, I'm guessing. Okay, so during his time in the army, I'm pretty sure he has acquired skills that the average man doesn't have. You learn a lot in the army. So comparing a veteran to an average person when it comes to know-how is not the best route. And then you mentioned about these lazy, abusive boyfriends. Okay, it seems like if you're getting the same type of men, you're chasing and you're attracted to the same type of man. Would you say that all men are lazy, abusive men? Because that would be ridiculous, right? So you would have to look inward on that one. Accountability is key, and that's what we preach around here. Okay. All right. So this one is chase money, not no man. Okay. Well, we'll see how that goes when all your eggs are gone and you're an old woman and you're all alone. Okay. My man needs to build me a house and hunt for my food. I won't accept anything for less. Okay. And what will you do for him? Right? This is a reoccurring theme. A lot of women feel like you owe them something. Like you owe them something. The reasoning, I don't know what it is, but I just see it as entitlement, and I don't find it funny or cute. It's actually the biggest red flag that you can say out of your mouth, that me, he has to do for me. But what does he get? What's the incentive? Okay, on to the next.
Manifest my own destiny. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll, the perfect recipe. May they remember me, my words will live on. I'm guided by an energy, a flame, hold it close to you. Check out my melodies. Is it the media that's been leading you? I'll show you a thing. Misdirection, what's the message? They don't want you to win.